Hello, Yeladim, KCT, good Erev Shabbos. I want to tell you a special story about a rabbi named the Sfas Emes. Sfas Emes lived over 100 years ago in Russia. And during the Russian-Japanese War, many of the Hasidim, many of his students were young people, young men. They were being drafted into an army, to a very dangerous situation. And for better or for worse, they would come to the rabbi and they wanted a special blessing. He had the power to bless them, that they should be able to not be drafted into the war. And to be drafted then meant sure danger for a country that never really treated them very well in the first place. So they wanted to stay out of the war. They didn't want to fight as soldiers. And so they came to the rabbi and they would beg him one by one, please, holy rabbi, please daven for me so that I don't have to go and fight in the war, that I could stay back with my family. Anyway, there was one soldier after another would line up at the door of the Sfas Emes, and one came along and he said, Rabbi, can I have the famous bracha, the famous blessing from you, so that I shouldn't have to fight in the war? Sfas Emes says, actually, you are going to fight in the war. I'm not going to give you the bracha. He says, what? Why won't you even try? He said, no, I want you to go and fight in the war. And before he left, he handed him a book, a sefer, a Jewish book, with all the laws about bris milah, how to do a bris milah, how to be a mohel. I want you to study this book. I want you to become an expert and learn all the laws of becoming a mohel. The young man, soon to be a soldier, was so upset. Not only did the Sfas Emes not give me a blessing, and he's making me go to war, but he wants me to do homework. I have to now study this sefer. Anyway, he goes home and he studies the book, because when the Rebbe tells you to study something, you have to listen to the Rebbe. He studies it really well till he knows the book by heart. He doesn't even need the book anymore. And he's drafted into the war. One day, many months later, his commanding officer, who's a really tough person, comes in screaming at him and he says, I want you to come into this room, and he calls him into a private room. And he says, listen to me, soldier, young Jew. He says, yes. He says, you're Jewish, right? He says, yes. I want you to eat this piece of meat over here. And he gives him a piece of meat that didn't come from a kosher animal. And he says, but I can't eat a piece of meat from a non-kosher animal. That's not kosher. My Torah says that I have to eat kosher. He says, but this is delicious pork. It's the most delicious pig in the world. Why won't you try it? He says, what are you talking about? How could I? He says, I want you to eat this pig. Right now, I want you to eat this. I'm commanding you to eat the non-kosher food. The soldier, he's crying. He says, I can't eat it. He says, if you don't eat this non-kosher food, who knows what will happen to you, but your life will be in danger. You must eat this non-kosher food right now. The soldier was so upset. He says, please, I refuse. I will not violate my Torah. And the commanding officer put down the non-kosher meat. He turned to the soldier and he said, I was testing you to see that you were really, really serious. You really are in love with your Hashem. You see, said the commanding officer, I'm Jewish also, though it may not look like it. My wife just had a new baby boy. And I want you to do the bris milah. Do you by any chance know how to do a bris milah? The soldier straightened himself up and he says, as a matter of fact, I know all the laws by heart. Before I left for the war, my Rebbe made me memorize, the Sfas Emes made me memorize everything. And he performed the bris milah. He went back to the Sfas Emes afterwards, thanked him. But you see, sometimes we're in times and circumstances that you think it's not fair. You think certain things aren't right. It's not fair that I should have to do whatever, that I should have to participate in my Zoom calls for school, and then I should have to do different chores around the house and share space with my brother or my sister, and there's fights, and it's just difficult. But we never know. You never know what Hashem has in store for you. Hashem chose you for your time and for your task. And He has something very special in mind just for you. So it's very important that when difficult things come, yes, it seems unfair. Try not to complain, because Hashem knows exactly what He's doing. And He has the best in mind for each of us. Shabbat Shalom, my friends, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.